from Picture This Jackson to let us know what's going on in the world of photography.
Hey.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Well, it's like just feel very blessed. We started our 15th year in business, and
that's amazing.
And in a lot of places, it's hard to find a good photo lab anymore. It's hard to find people that can do the things that we do, and it's rewarding. It's of course morphed into something that you don't even anticipate it being.
Oh
yeah. Like everything, you just you stay flexible, and the most rewarding part probably is two things. When people come in that have never been in before and they're leaving, they go, man, I wished our town had something like this.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And the others are, don't you ever close this place, because we don't know what we would do without you. You're such an asset to the community. And I was talking with your dad just a few minutes ago about how much we were very, very similar in our businesses, that we started businesses and people said, you're going to do what?
Yeah.
Right.
That's dying. You can't do that in a town this size. And we're both transplants. We both chose to live in Jackson. And I couldn't have picked a better choice.
Yeah, I know. Our family's been close to you for a long time. I remember going into the mall and getting it was a big highlight in our family. And my dad was a photographer, as you know.
Oh,
so
absolutely. That's when we met. That's when we met.
That's how you guys
started a business back then. And 16 years, 4 owners. In 2009, the bottom of the recession.
Right.
The Ritz Camera, who I was working for, went bankrupt, and I was approached by one of my customers. So what are you going to do? And I said, I haven't thought about it yet. He says, well, you think about maybe doing something. My business partner is David Hood. Been phenomenal. Twin sons of different mothers. One day we got talking. He went to Bowling Green. I went to Bowling Green. His dad went to Scott High School. I went to Scott High School. He's a Lutheran. I'm a Lutheran.
Wow.
We're both only children. It was like, and he's 6'2", and I'm not. So we jokingly say twin sons of different mothers. But it's been a good partnership. Partnerships are hard. Both of our good friends said, partnerships are tough to do. I wouldn't suggest it, but we've been successful in that. We have our own lanes, and he stays in his, and I do in mine, and we not only are big partners, but we've grown to be brothers.
That's amazing.
So we're very blessed.
You've expanded over the years a couple different times. It's amazing how many different community events I see you at. You never stop. I actually, guess who took 7th grade basketball pictures of old Mr. Andrew?
No, sir.
Yes, you guys do it all.
We were even able to make Andy look good.
Yeah.
You were, thank you.
Yes.
Thank God for Photoshop.
They are magical
First
over
of all,
there at
I don't
Picture
know.
This Jackson.
I don't know how you do that. That's one of the hardest things you do is organize 7th grade girls in a basketball photo shoot. Sir.
Every time I'm in one of those, I thank the coaches and said, you know what, if it wasn't for you guys donating your time, you don't do it for the money. You do it because you're making a difference, and a lot of it starts as dads. But that is one of the blessings I get to do, is that we're in 15 schools, and when I see good coaches, I really, really like to tell them how much I appreciate them being there, because, the excuse is, when you ever try to get somebody to volunteer for something, I'm too busy. We're all too busy. But they take their time, and I know, like I said, they don't do it for the money. They put a lot of time in, but they know it make a difference, and that's what living in a big small town really is. You make a difference.
You're exactly right.
You're able to touch points. You're able to touch people and have that repeat contact with people in a town our size.
Yeah, I love a good personalized gift, and you guys have helped me in a pinch, because believe it or not, I'm usually running late and last minute planning. But it's so nice to be able to come in and bring, it's as easy as taking my phone and saying, hey, this is an idea I have, and they're like, I got you. Like, you want an ornament or a pillow or all these different things that he can do. You've got graduations coming up. You can do the big posters and things like that. What are some of your favorite personalized gifts?
This time of year we do a lot of banners, senior banners, a lot of graduation announcements. A lot of people don't realize we are also, we design wedding stationery. We do all kinds of things.
I didn't know that.
Yard signs. My graphic, we have 3 graphic designers that can come up with about anything that you could think of. And we're quick. We try to produce everything we possibly can in-house, so that we don't have to worry about the quality control and timelines and things like that. So we usually exceed customers' timelines.
You're also very knowledgeable about the equipment people are using, and if they have a question, they're able to come in and chat with you guys about it.
Yeah, your dad was one of them a couple years ago.
I think I've been in a few times.
Yeah, equipment is an ancillary service. You're really, if you're trying to make a living selling equipment, there's just not a lot of margin there. So, but you sell your services, you sell. And we carry cameras, and people will come to us and say, I want to buy this camera, and we can offer it for the same price. I'm willing to wait a day or two while you get it.
You have some kiosk stations where people can just kind of do their own thing. Talk about that.
Just you come in with anything you have, flash drive, your phone, anything you have, even if it's an email, we can help you facilitate getting that into the system and being able to do whatever you want to do with it. it. We're all about customer service. You know, people like your grandmother can come in and we'll hold their hand, and anybody else. And that's what a lot of his people say. You know, I come back because you give great customer service, and then you know we do have quality. That's something that's unfortunately used to be that it was not easy to find, but it was more relevant now or prevalent now. It's we have people travel hundreds of miles to do business, but that's the shocking part. Not just all over Michigan, but all over the Midwest we've had customers. I mean, we have Wisconsin and Ohio, Indiana,
Nice.
and we've shipped stuff from one coast to the other, from Edmonton to Texas. And so sometimes I just shake my head and say, how did you find us? They go, well, had business up this way, and I read your Google reviews, and you know, I talked to some people, and they said you can do this kind of stuff. And so again, we never would have anticipated becoming a destination that we have become, but again, you just open your doors and see what comes in the door.
I have a folder with all of the old negatives from my wedding many moons ago. What if I wanted to reproduce something from those old negatives?
Everything's digitized. You bring the negatives in, we'll digitize them, and then at that point you can do pretty much anything you want to do with it. So we do a lot of that. A lot of people have you know, years and years of history in their slides and in all things that are tucked away in closets, and you have, once it's digitized, you bring it out in the real world, there's so much more you can do with it. When it's sitting there in the closet, it's just, but you know, and movie film, I mean, I tell people when we do movie film, it's seeing a picture of someone that was alive once is one thing, to see them moving and talking and that's all, you know, it's, I tell people, you know, we have a box of Kleenex sitting there, so there's a reason you're going to laugh and you're going to cry. You're going to laugh at what you were wearing. You're going to cry because there's all people that have moved on that we wish to have more time with. You know? So, but that's just life. It's a fast track. It's enjoy the moment, because you know it's a short trip.
Yeah, you're always going to have a great time, great experience when you go in and visit with Kyle, and that's been my experience since I've known you, since I was 11 years old. I won't tell you how old I am now. Well, you can do the math.
I can do the math.
Yeah, you can do the math. 93, 2000.
Just look what you have to look forward to.
It's coming in when the sun hits, right?
Well, you have teenage daughters, so I know that's a given. You got gray hairs.
Oh, yeah. So, I wanted to ask you, like, you know how we have a million photos on our phone?
Yes.
Does that bother you? What should we do?
It used to, you know, anymore. It was watching people replace their cameras with their phones. But at the same time, I read a statistic about 4 or 5 years ago. It's 1.3 billion pictures are taken a day. And a lot of those are with people's phones, but you know what? They're documented lives. It's not the pictures, it's the memories that go with the pictures.
Yeah,
it is really is, because a picture is just a thing, but the memories, that's what makes it emotional. That's what I find for people that really connect. It's the memories that go with those. But yeah, you can just, it's an image, and phones are getting better and better, and as long as you're kind of conscious of what you're doing, don't zoom with your phone. You know, the big thing is don't zoom, you know, and light is everything. Photography is just capturing light. So if you're conscious of that and don't backlight things, and it's still a memory. So
it's funny that we still call them phones, because I feel like I talk on it. It's the last thing that we do. You know, with texting and taking pictures and creating content.
Different definitions.
Certainly more.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, you know, you just have to move and with life. You know, you just have to transcend.
You guys have done perfectly with that, just kind of pivoting as the world has changed.
As my business partner likes to say, not bad for a couple of dumb hicks from Bowling Green State University. No, we're very blessed, and I have a wonderful staff. I mean, I've been very lucky to keep them, and it's just they bless me every day, because I'm almost, you know, you're only as good as the people you have working for you, and I can't do it all, and they just amaze me every day with their patience and their willingness to really want to make a memory for someone and make it special. And my very best friend, he repaired automobiles for 30 plus years, had a very successful business, worked on a lot of high-end cars, and he told me once about 20 years ago, I said, it really must be nice when your customers are walking out the door, they're smiling and they're happy, because in my line of work, no matter how good a job I've done, no matter how much money I've saved them, they're still spending money they don't want to spend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So some of those long 14-hour days, I try to remember how many people we made smile today, and I'm very blessed.
You know, there's a lot of things that we always say we want to do with some of our photos and memories. My advice is don't wait. Take the time to just go spend half hour, an hour, and do that. You'll be glad you did.
We'll make it easy. We'll make it easy.
Kyle, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for your support of JTV. We appreciate it.
Keep Jeff working too. Keep Jeff's ears busy.
Kyle Hockley from Picture This Jackson. More of the show right after this quick break. Stay with us.